Hey there, folks. This is Michael James here today, and I'm going to demonstrate my Roland GR-55 guitar synth, and I have it hooked up to an old Guiatone lap steel. And what I've done is I've using just double-sided tape, is I've attached the pickup. You can see the pickup there. It's got the 13-pin connector on it. This is an input. You can actually run the sound from the instrument right into the synth pickup also. So then the pickup itself is just double-sided sticky tape, so it's not permanent, but it's really solid, so it's not coming off. So I'm going to plug in my 13-pin cable that goes into the GR-55. There we go. Now I'm not going to be using the lap steel pickup at all, so I'm just going to leave that unhooked. Power it up there. So it has its booting up here. I don't know if you can see the display or not. I hope it comes through in the video. So the first patch I have it set to is just the modeling of the lap steel. So anyway, this unit does three things. It's a guitar modeling unit. It's a MIDI sound synthesizer. It can make all kinds of different sounds on it, and it's an effects processor. So all of them have effects. The modeling and the basically I call it the MIDI part, even though it's really not MIDI. So anyway, the pickup's all set up here. So I'm just going to tune real quick. And I don't know if you noticed this, but my tuning isn't a standard tuning. It's a C major 11 tuning. So my lowest note's a C. There's an E. I'm just tuning it to the inside the GR-55. So it was C, E, G, B, and a D, and an F. There we go. It's all tuned up. So here's what it sounds like. So that's the tuning. Doesn't sound like much. C major 9 chord up to there, and then that F on top. All right, so with the modeling stuff, one of the neatest things you can do. Here, I gotta pull up a screen here. Is you can change the tuning of your instrument. So I'm going to go to a different patch here. Oops. And now I've changed the tuning of the lap steel to C6. So I didn't have to turn a knob. No, I don't play in C6 at all, so I'm pretty lost. But so. If I wanted a E6, it was really low. It sounds a little grainy because this especially these bass strings have really been tuned down to the modeling. You can notice it doesn't quite have as good a sound, so it kind of has its limits, But it's kind of neat. You can just change the tuning by programming it in and pull it up, and there you go. You don't need to have 3 lap steels anymore, just a synthesizer. So anyway, just kidding. So now that's the kind of the modeling part of it. Actually, I do want to show you another patch. Now this is using more the effects. So here, this patch is called Santana, and I can bet everyone can guess what that's going to sound like. But anyway, this was a guitar patch. I'm just using it on the lap steel. There we go. So that's it. It's basically a distortion patch. It's kind of nasty, a little too much drive for me, but that's fun. But that's a modeling thing again. It's not MIDI, so I wanted to touch on that before I moved on. All right. So now we're going to go to a cello patch. There we go. Now this cello patch is set up so that you can't play out of tune. What it'll do is it'll just go to the nearest note. So I just slid up and you didn't hear a bend. You ever want to play perfect slants? And now it's possible. So if you slide a whole step or something. There's a vibrato built into it, but it won't matter. You can do vibrato, it won't make any difference. So it didn't change a note. So anyway, it's a very nice cello. And here's like a rich strings. It also has the same. Yeah, cool stuff, real spacey. All right, and so here's one that does have some pitch bends, and it's a good patch for this. Probably the best patch I know for this is a trombone. A little harmony there. Yeah, fun one. So now I'm going to move on to, this is a really fun one. This one I was just messing with a few minutes ago. So this is a sitar. This one does pitch bends also. Trying to do those little, Eastern things. So that's, yeah, that kind of sound, kind of fun. So now I'm going on to, this is just like a rock organ. Again, yeah, the vibrato doesn't do any good, but it's habit, so I do it anyway. Oops. So anyway, that's really fun. That works. These were good on guitar. I mostly use this with the guitar, but lap steel is kind of amusing. So, all right, and so now we have a little pipe organ. That's a minor. I can't remember if this has pitch bends or not. Hope it doesn't. Okay. So anyway, that's the GR-55 and an old Gaia-tone with a pickup put on it, a synth pickup, and hope you enjoyed this video. And I think there's a lot to be discovered on this with on the lap steel and the guitar synth. So anyway, like my video and keep jamming.